Oh, might help if I turn the mic on face cam. And I even put in ghetto chat box this morning, which I found out that I can't use Night Dev CapChat because I have to upgrade to OBS Studio because I'm still slumming it with OBS Classic. Which, honestly, garbage. It's alright, I probably should be using Studio anyway. I don't know if I should use this camera angle or go for the stick of truth. I don't know. We'll see. My dashboard doesn't want to tell me how many people are watching. So that's cruel. My overlay says 0 though, so. So if you're watching this on YouTube later, hi, my name is Delta, this is Quantum Replay. The newly minted twitch.com, I'm sorry, twitch.tv/Quantum Replay. Twitch finally allowed username changes, so I didn't have to ditch my 5-year-old channel. Yeah, 5-year-old channel to get my proper name in, so that's cool. This segment I'm calling Saturday Morning Replay, and unlike my current running Final Fantasy Fridays series, this one's just kind of a live stream. Like I'll probably export it to YouTube just for archival, but it's not going to be chopped up. It's not going to be serialized into episode formats. It's just going to be a big raw live stream. Whatever happens, happens. No real fancy tricks or anything. It's just kind of designed to sit back and play, you know, some older games casually. Whoever shows up in chat. That sort of thing. So, and eventually I'll get this overlay fixed for next week. Let me just spam social media again real quick. I have to get used to typing quit twitch.tv/Quantum Replay instead of my old one. I guess the Twitch dashboard is going to continue to tell me that I'm offline. So, that's neat. I'm hoping I'm online. Of course, I realize my Me6 bot's not going to update my current name. Lots of things I'm going to have to change to update the username here, but it's fine. It says 1 viewer, but let me just make sure this is working real quick. Okay, it is. Weird. Alright. I guess it's just not going to update. Oh well. Controller. Why you no work? Okay. I guess I decided to forget my key bindings.
Help me. Please help me. I'm prisoner in the dungeon of the castle. My name is Zelda.
I don't know why I'm giving her a southern accent, but you know. I tell you, I haven't really played, like, I never really played any of the NES Zeldas. Well, I did, but I didn't really, like, know what it was or finish it at the time. So when I got to Link to the Past, I had no idea who Ganon was. Has done something. He's sacrificed himself.
Please help me.
Oh yeah, you're gonna go out and do some real damage, aren't you? I have to remember how to play Legend of Zelda. It's been a while. Oddly enough. I know. You hold your horses.
I'll be with you shortly.
The text is impossibly small. Uh. What's up, guards?
When you're all grown up.
patronize me, fool. I am the boss. Oh. Secret technique pressed on by our people. Yeah, I think of all the Zelda games that I've played obviously the first one, Link to the Past. That's pretty much all I've played. I don't even know if I don't think I've actually played Zelda 2. Or whatever the one for the NES is. The thing is, I never really got into any of the 3D Zeldas too. I mean, the problem with me and Nintendo is that I kind of broke away from Nintendo during the N64 era. Because I never owned an N64. We got a PlayStation when my father used to work for Sony Digital Audio Disc. And so by the time I actually played an N64, it was when I had already moved to Connecticut, and my friend in high school, when he went to join the Marines after 9/11, he gave me his N64 to store while he was at basic. And so that was like the first time I actually played anything on the N64, really, other than, I think, Star Fox or something that a friend of mine in Indiana had. So I never got into the Nintendo era of games, so I kind of missed out on, like, that entire, like, 3D era of Mario, Zelda, all those games. So I'm not that broken up about it, because honestly the PlayStation era is freaking fantastic. And as soon as I can get a capture card onto this PC, I am totally hooking up my PlayStation. And I'm going to go for a bunch of old PlayStation stuff. So that will happen eventually. Environmental kill. Did the equivalence of the Lucio boop. Dude, oh. You bitch. Who just puts clay pots in the middle of their dungeon castle thing? Bam. Clay potted. It really did. I mean, PlayStation 1 and, like, the first... Actually, not the first half. Probably the second half of the PS2's lifetime. Because the first half of the PS2 is not really that great. Like, if you remember Square's Awful the Bouncer game for PS2, that thing was... I'm convinced that that game was basically what I'm convinced that they reused elements of that game for Final Fantasy 15. Like, what's his name from 15? Crap, I can't remember the name. The dude who takes all the photographs. He looks just like, or he's almost like a caricature of the dude from the Bouncer that was like the goofy kid with the fucking whatever shit on him. Wait a minute, what am I? My job here is to guard all these statues and this one boomerang. So what time is it? 11:20. Okay. This will probably go on till about 12:30ish. If only because I may be streaming or casting some Overwatch tournaments later for the Moon _ OW channel. And if that's the case, I'll advertise my stream to that. I say 12:30 because I'll need a few minutes to probably set up OBS. I'm going to set up OBS Studio and use that for the test thing, and then probably spend the afternoon changing all my shit over to OBS Studio, because apparently I need that in order to use NightDev CapChat. So that's neat. You got the big key. She had a feeling that I was getting close. This camera does not want to stay lit. I also don't have very good lighting in here. Someday, when I get the garage finished, I'll be able to actually put together a decent streaming setup out there. I don't understand anything. I know a secret path, but first we have to go to the first floor. You know a secret.
I tell you a secret. Secret.
That's right, you open those doors.
You open those doors, big boy.
Boop. No. Just barely missed him. Sorcery. outside. Oh. That's cool. Oh, that's right, I need to go in here. Oh, from the left. But they'll know where you went. So how does this work? I think when I first played this, I had no idea that you had to light these things. So I was just like stumbling my way around in the darkness. How does it work? After passing through these sewers, we'll be very close to Sanctuary. Thank God. Because if I had to deal with any more of these rats...
Well, excuse me, princess.
I mean, if you want to really hurt, you could dig up that old Zelda CDI or whatever that was.
I just want to know what Ganon's up to.
My boy. This is the thing that all true warriors strive for. Definitely have a place for bombs here. unfortunately don't have any bombs. That's a shame. Well, they built a lot of infrastructure around this castle to get to this, this church, eh? Do I understand? No. No. I found a hot container. Maybe that'll help. Apparently my head has to block out the window. Yeah, my ex was really big into playing Ocarina of Time. And she had the Ocarina of Time Master Quest for GameCube. And I remember her playing that, and I was watching, and like some of the puzzles just seemed like way too counterintuitive for 3D type of play. And I don't know if it's just because that was a design flaw at the time, or just something. I don't know. But the village elder. I have always kind of wanted to play the newer Zeldas, but I mean, I could probably do any of the N64 ones emulation, but I don't know. Probably someday. Why they keep asking me if I understand stuff? I understand plenty. I don't, but that's okay. OT remake with the 3DS is way better than the N64 graphics and glitches. Oh, so they remade OOT on. Excuse me. They remade Ocarina of Time on 3DS too. No, that doesn't surprise me. Good old Nintendo. Why make new things when we can just keep re-releasing the same crap over and over, and you'll buy it because you're a sap. I think that's the other reason that's kind of turned me away from Nintendo in recent years is that everything they constantly are remaking and re-releasing everything, and it's just like it's an insidious amount of shit for. There's some trick to this puzzle, isn't there? Or what it was though. Like when I went out to lunch yesterday with my recruiter, we were talking about the NES, the new NES console, and cause she's like, "Oh, thought about getting one of those," and I was like, "Nah." I'm like, "Here's the thing. It's a neat idea, but um, it's a neat idea in theory until it comes down to the fact that it's essentially a Raspberry Pi like unit powered by a Linux operating system that's basically emulating all the old NES ROMs, which is how they do that now. I mean, I have an Atari thing downstairs, one of those Atari flashbacks. That's the same thing. It's just emulated Atari games, and that's really the only way you can do that stuff now is you have to emulate it. I mean, that's just how it is. But the thing is you can get a Raspberry Pi for $30, 30 or $40. An SD card, a large enough SD card, which will probably run you, I don't know, let's say 20, maybe 30. So altogether, you're spending about the same amount of money as a NES unit, but you're getting you can probably cram the entire SNES library on there. You can probably cram the entire NES library definitely. You can probably do SNES. Depending on the size of the cards you get, you can also cram in, Sega Genesis, Neo Geo, like a whole bunch. Basically, you can cram an entire library of stuff under RetroPie. And that little tiny unit. And if you really want to take it a step further, you could rewire it and make it look fancy, like take an old NES shell or something and cram that into it, wire some USB, that sort of thing. So it's essentially Nintendo trying to not even necessarily grab money. Well, yes, it's grab money from you, but then the other thing is that there's only so many of these units being made. Because, of course, Nintendo loves their supply and demand scarcity thing. Like, that shit was so fucking stupid with the Wii. Like, I worked at a GameStop in the holiday of 2008. I think it was 2008 or 2009. No, it was 2008. Because it was before I got the job at Panera. Or maybe it was 2007. I don't know. One of those holiday years during the Wii release, I worked at GameStop for the Christmas, and of the entire time I worked there, they got a shipment of like 5 Wiis, and 2 of them ended up getting claimed by employees before the other 3 were sold to the general public. And that's one of the reasons why I refuse to shop at GameStop. I will never go to GameStop, although I guess I did a couple months ago there for PS4 games. But on general principle, I will never shop at GameStop because I know exactly what happens and the kind of employee practices they have there, and they're pure garbage. Like pure absolute garbage. The worst one is that they will routinely unwrap brand new games, um, and then shrink wrap them. Or there was one thing where I worked where they allowed employees to check out games to play, and it would be a new copy. You could play it, and then you put the disc back in the case, shrink wrap it, and sell it as brand new. That did not sit well with me, like at all. I'm like, are you meaning to tell me that if I take a game home and play it, that is still sold as brand new to people? No. Like I would never ever like if I knew that was the thing as a consumer, I would never go for that. ever. Because that shit's just that. No, I can't. I can't even do that. Sorry, 1 second. I'm just taking a look at. Just curious if there was a thing on this. No. Oh well, that's all right. I'll come back to that. I looked into the ones that are pre-done for eBay for like $90. They come with a RetroPie already installed and a couple of controllers. Just let your ROMs go. Yeah. I have. This is my Raspberry Pi Model B. I think it's B. Yeah, it's the one that's got the faster processor. This is what I was using to do the remote desktop thing with a while back. But I did run RetroPie on this briefly, but I only have a 4 gig SD card in here, so I wasn't able to fit a whole lot. So I definitely know it works. I would like to turn it into a RetroPie system, though, because why not? I'll figure this puzzle out later. It is a Lego case. It is assembled entirely from spare Legos that I had in my collection. That took me, well, it took me one night to do, but it took me a while to assemble because if you notice, I took I did the super OCD thing, and I actually found blue and yellow bricks to surround the video and the audio ports, and red for the HDMI. And I tried to make sure that the rest of the case was pretty much like one uniform color. That didn't happen on some parts of it, but yeah, if I were to redo this, I'd probably try to see if I could make it fit a slightly better. Like it's meant to be slightly able to take the top off here. It's kind of super janky. Let me see if I can get it off without breaking too much of it. Yeah, there we go. So it's kind of designed so that it just kind of comes apart like that. And then you can just take the Raspberry Pi straight out. And then just put it right back in the case. And then put the top right back on it. And that's the thing, it's like I took measures to make sure that it fit and that it didn't really move around, so that like you can plug the power in there, you can put the card in and out, and the rest of the thing won't shift around. So it's it took a little while to get this to work the way I wanted it to, but it's pretty nice. And as far as I know, it doesn't have any issues with like overheating or anything. Even though I have it slightly overclocked, because there's like 3 overclock settings in the Pi B. I have it set to just like moderately overclock. Like it basically just upticks the processor by like 50 megahertz or something. I think the B is a 900 megahertz processor, but it's not multi-core, or it's dual core, I think, not quad core. The new Raspberry Pi is quad core. And that one I'll probably buy eventually, because I would like to... I'm still wanting to experiment with webcam pies to deploy some kind of security grid around my house for obvious reasons. So, where am I going? But yes, Lego case. It's great. I got bombs. Oh, shit. Shit, guys, we're gonna blow up some stuff. Check it. My dubs. Check them. Oh, hey, what's up, germ case? How's your laying in bed all day? I would lay in bed all day, really, if I could, but... God, starting work next week is gonna suck so much, because I wake up at, like... I'm gonna have to be up at, like, 5:30 in the morning. It's going to be the worst. Found a piece of a heart. A piece of my heart, baby. I wonder if I should put the camera up. Oh, no. Fuss with that. Oh. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to save that bomb for Sanctuary. Let's do that. So I don't accidentally do that. Feeling poopy. Well, I mean, sure, I guess. Literally or figuratively, though. I mean, that's important. What? How are you hiding behind a bush? What were you doing behind that bush? Oh, this is the way to the Master Sword, but I don't think I have that. 7:30, actually. Oh, yeah. Just walk right into the bomb, why don't I? Yeah, they want me there at 7:30 on Monday, but I think it'll be 7 after that. And you know the thing is that I am definitely not a morning person, but at the very least, I'll get out by like 3:30, 4 o'clock. So, chicken! Go that way. Have a pot. Chickens. I forgot about the chickens. You little snitch. She snitched on me, guys. You know what that means. I mean, you could have meant literally. But, you know, that dispels the myth that girls don't poop, so... I forget what I have to do here. There's some rigmarole that I have to do here. Rest of the day to do stuff. You mean rest of the day to sit on my ass some more. Because let's face it, when I come home, I just sit and do nothing because... You know. I understand the legend, but look for the elder. It must be someone known in the village. So I have to go around and find where this stupid elder dude is? How annoying. Oh, I talk to you, you're probably going to summon a guard. I fucking hate you. I hope you die in a fire. Open your house, woman. I'm going to shield bash you into the next century. Shield bash you into the dark world. Please don't tell me an interesting story. Well, you're going to tell it to me anyway. Zora turned people into a fish? Well... Yeah, there's another heart. There's a lot of noise happening outside. Oh, I know who you are. I'm gonna beat you. Come on. Come over here. Yeah. Run away. Run away, Sir Robin. How'd you get back there? Brave Sir Robin, ran away. He runs away from every fight. Wait, what did he... He's hiding in the palace past the castle. Oh, man. At least this game is fairly straightforward. The one that's like super confusing to play the beginning of is Link's Awakening on the Game Boy. I never finished that game. Actually, I've never finished this game completely, but I've gotten farther in this game than I did in that game. That game I can't get past like the first like... Oh, you sealed the door to his room? Well, as a matter of fact, I can fix that. Bam. I want to be your sledgehammer. Great, you guys figure that out. Glad I was here to help. No, I did that wrong. there's a lot of construction noise happening outside. I'm assuming it's coming from the Aberdale Mill over there. Oh, I didn't do that right. Yeah, as I was explaining to Matt earlier, I have never really played a Zelda after Link to the Past. And I've never, like, fully finished a Zelda. Because I skipped over owning an N64. And went straight to the PlayStation era. Yeah, piece of heart. Gimme. Basically, I owned an NES, an SNES, and then a PlayStation. And then a PlayStation 2, a PlayStation 3, a PlayStation 4. I do have a Wii that hasn't been turned on in freaking millennia. I have an Xbox 360 that's I've never played, really. Because I am a dirty Gaijin weeb. And I play the superior Nihon Sony PlayStation. Bombs. Finding bombs in... I'm just gonna not make that explode. Okay, thanks. I think there's something up here. He disappeared. Oh, some sort of sorcery. He's a witch. Burn him. Hey, where'd you two come from? Couldn't even see me, could you? Heart. Where am I? I need to be over there. I walk by my old house. Thanks for the... You must be the Monopoly guy. Thanks for all the free parking. You're killing me. I don't want your rupees. I don't want your damn lemons. What am I gonna do with these? What's up, dude? Sasha Shahara Shahasha. Do you really want to find it? No, I just want to end this game right now. I'm done. We're good. Cut it out. We're out. We're done here. Yeah, I've only played a few N64 games. F-Zero 64 because F-Zero is great. Star Fox. Something else I can't remember. GoldenEye. GoldenEye. I think GoldenEye is like the only game that anybody ever remembers. Like, besides like your Nintendo titles, your first party titles, GoldenEye is the only game that anybody else ever remembers from the N64. Like, you say N64, they're like, oh man, GoldenEye was so great. Unfortunately, Halo kind of wiped the floor with GoldenEye shortly after, so. It's a little interesting how Microsoft managed to pull down the console. How they got into the console generation. And I was saying to somebody the other day that the only reason Microsoft really did well with the Live platform was because it plays into people's need to show them online. Like it's that joke. You have to show all your achievements and show all your stats. Like that's really what got Live off the ground and kind of cemented it as a platform for the modern gamer. Because before then, I mean, you had leaderboards and you had that sort of thing, but it wasn't really like it was pretty much a per game thing, and it was mostly PC games. So I have to get all the pendants now. That's right. Phrasing. I love being able to make their heads big. Are we not doing phrasing anymore? Hey, what's up, man? I see you've dropped in on our little party here. Did you ever figure out who was spamming your channel last night, or just a bunch of random bullshit? I always assume any spam that comes into your channel is usually the result of Gamergate bullshit. And I've just largely stopped caring about that anymore. Come at me, bro. Come at me, bro. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I should probably use the boomerang a little more often. Look at these hungry hippos bouncing after me. Who makes this shit? Well, when we designed this castle to guard against these things, we just made these little bouncy creatures. No, you're not the... I would have found it funny, too. Like, when GD... It's the mailman. He delivers mail. Stop barking. Hold on a second. Let me wait for the goof troop here to stop barking. We done? Yeah? Good? Alright. Can it? No? Yeah, he started next. I know, Nigel. You'll never get the mail guy. It's unfortunate for you, I'm sure. What was I going to say? Oh. Yeah, so when GDQ was going on, everybody who was in, because I'm subscribed to Moon underscore OW on Twitch, everybody that was in his channel or on the Discord was going into the GDQ channel and spamming it with Moon emotes. It got to the point where, like, his emote was, I think, like, in the top 10 used emotes for the GDQ event. And it would accompany all sorts of spam, and it was just pissing off so many people in the GDQ chat because they were like, "Fucking Moon subscribers, get out of our channel, blah blah blah." And I'm just like, people get really salty over freaking Twitch chat, like, and I don't get it because I mean I don't know. I guess it's because I'm fucking old and like, you know, I'm just now trying to kind of get used to like the way Twitch chat is with all the emotes and, you know, Kappa spam and all that shit. But it's like, I find the people who take Twitch chat seriously are just the saltiest bunch of motherfuckers on the planet, and I don't know, it's hilarious to me. But then, like, there will be times where, like there are other Twitch users that I watch on the regular who, their chat is just full of spam. And sometimes they, you know, they do ask their chat, like, you know, hey, stop spamming for a little bit, you know, just so people can kind of talk. But there are other times where they're just like, whatever, fuck it, go whole ham. It's great. We had a really good spam come out of when I played with on his sub games the other morning, where this, because we were doing 6-stack in Overwatch, because Moon was doing subscriber. He's doing sub games all week because of the off season, and we were in this game. We were in this 6-stack against like I think it was like 2 teams of 2 and a 1 or something like that. And at the end of the game, this dude messages Keemstar, who is also in our team, and like sends him this message and is all like, you fucking, I looked at your rank, you're like rank 2000, and you guys are a bunch of tryhards, and you know, you're playing against my uncoordinated team that wasn't using chat. I can hear you breathing over the sound of your nasally voice or something like that. Like, he was super salty at the fact that we 6-stack rolled his team in Overwatch. And I'm just like, and from then on out, chat just kept spamming that all day, and it was freaking fantastic. The guy was super mad. So yeah, I totally understand if you thought it was funny, because I would have thought it would be. I would definitely think it's funny because I'm fucking. I'm of the old school troll persuasion. Old school 4chan for life. I mean, come on, man. I was doing the Habbo hotel raids in 2006. Yeah, it's hard to get mad about Overwatch anymore. I mean, well, so not entirely. I did get mad over competitive a couple weeks ago. And I made my wife mad because I slammed the mouse down on the mouse pad. And I was like, fuck this. Bam! She's like, you need to stop playing that game. I was like, I am. I'm going to go back to playing Starbound. Ah, run away, run away. The only reason I was mad at comp that night was because, like, I play Reinhardt. Reinhardt's my main, and the thing that I hate the most about playing in Silver is that you just get some of the most badly coordinated teams. And I don't even think it's badly coordinated on accident. I think it's badly coordinated on purpose. Like, I get people who deliberately choose Junkrat because they think Junkrat is... it's the easiest pick. Like, it's basically Demo and TF2. And I don't want to be one of those assholes that is like, you can't pick your favorite character or you can't play this character because, like, it is kind of like an ass. I feel like that is kind of like an asshole-ish thing to do. Be like, you can't play, you know, the character in the video game. But at the same time, it's like, if you're in competitive, I would assume that on some level you're there to win. Or at least you're there to, like, do something. These dudes are... That doesn't do anything. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Can you beat these things? I'm assuming I have to do something to this thing. Ah! Apparently I had to do something. Yeah, of course, watching you guys play Chrono Trigger always reminds me that one of these days I actually do need to finish Chrono Trigger. I think I'm like somewhere close to the end, I think, on the DS version. And I don't. Oh, yeah. No, just give me more skeletons. Ah, they're floating skeletons. That's some shit. I'm out of here. I need to beat the one-eyed monster. Phrasing. I mean, we're bringing back phrasing, right? Oh, no. You know, I find it hard. I'm at this point, it's like Chrono Trigger's been out for over, what, 20 years? Spoiler alert, you beat Lavos. The end. Plus, I've already beaten Chrono Cross, so I'm familiar with kind of the way that story ties into Chrono Trigger. Chrono Cross is actually one of my favorite PlayStation games back in the old PSX era. Back when I had a hard-on for pretty much everything that was made by Squaresoft. And I had this neighbor kid who lived next to me. That was he also had a hard-on for Squaresoft games. He was the one that insisted that I buy and play the Bouncer for PS2, and that was remains to be one of the... Oh, god damn it. I missed that. It continues to be, like, a major regret. Well, not a major regret. The bouncer at least was, playable. If you want the single greatest regret that I have is Duke Nukem Forever. That is the single greatest regret that I have. And it's not even because it's necessarily bad, it's that it was just so disappointing. Like, I'm a huge Duke Nukem 3D fan. Like, I played the shit out of that game. Ouch. That hurt. I played the shit out of Duke Nukem 3D on the PC when I was a kid. Like, that was completely my jam. Oh, shit. Um, tell you what, yeah. See you, man. Have fun. Or whatever constitutes fun at work. It's probably nothing. What was I saying? Yeah, biggest Duke Nukem 3D fan. And I mean, obviously when they announced Forever, like way back in the 90s, I thought, oh, cool, it'll be great. And then of course the delays, and then it just became that it was never going to happen. And then Gearbox got a hold of it. And the thing that annoys me about Gearbox is that I loved the Borderlands games. Like, I was a huge fan of Borderlands 1. I'm still a fan of Borderlands 2. But then they had that whole thing with Colonial Marines, didn't do very well. And then Randy Pitchford basically started spewing shit all over Twitter and getting involved in the fucking Gamergate shit, which just pissed me off, because it's like, and I should say that I'm not an idol person. Like, I'm not a celebrity person. I don't really follow almost any celebrities on social media because I don't think that they author their own accounts. Plus, I'm not a hero worship person. Like, I don't feel the need to, like, do that sort of thing. But it disappointed me that he got involved in something that he really didn't need to. Like, there was no real need to get involved in it. If only just to fucking white knight for people. Oh shit. But not even necessarily that. The other thing that bugs me about Gearbox is that they outsource a lot of their games to other development studios. Like, they outsourced most of the Borderlands 2 DLC to Triptych Gaming. Triptych was the same company that did most of the work on Duke Nukem Forever as well. And I heard that they largely left Duke Nukem Forever intact as far as, like, the original 3D Realms vision. So that makes sense to me. I think if that game had released when it was supposed to, it would have been like almost Halo levels of actually good. But it didn't, so womp womp. But just a lot of the decision making that Gearbox did just annoyed me. Get down. Yeah. Oh, I can't do that. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna assume that maybe it's bombs? Or arrows. Yeah, arrows. Yeah. Kind of forget how to fight bosses here. Ah, damn it. Worst part is I had to go back through everything. I should just save state. Scrum. Like a true degenerate. Oh, why did I do that? I vaguely remember how the fight works. I think I probably could have used some bombs there. There you go. Oh, what was I watching the other day? Oh, I know what it was. I was I was on Discord and I was listening to, or somebody was talking about the Twitch user CaseyTron, who I guess is some female Twitch streamer. I'd never seen her, but I opened up her stream because they were talking about something to do with something. And the first thing is that her, hold on a second. Oh, I'm gonna die before I even get to the back to the boss. Give me some hearts. The first thing that annoyed me about her stream was that her name logo was her name, but it was a parody of the Brazzers logo, as in the porn website. And I get that some people I get that it's kind of ironic or funny for like a female streamer to kind of parody the whole like cam girl thing, but she took it a step further by having her donation sound be that ringing noise that you get on, I think, one of those cam sites that people use. So it's just like already I'm at like maximum cringe levels here of just watching this. But then like she's sitting there listening to some YouTube video about a guy talk about harassment in Overwatch, which I think was the result of that article that Mike, the website Mike wrote about a stream, or not a stream, a thread in our Overwatch Reddit. Oh, the other thing that annoyed me about her is her camera. Like, a lot of Twitch users have that like green screen overlay thing, so it's just like their head or whatever that's on the screen, which is fine. But hers took up the entire left side of the screen. And it was just like huge, like Xbox. And it annoyed me because like I'm the kind of person where when I'm playing full screen games, or like especially Overwatch, like I like the majority of the elements on the screen to show up on there. So the way I have my camera positioned is I have it positioned so that in a way so that you can still see like the character that I'm playing. You can still see the health bars. You can still see like who's in voice chat, like who's chatting up top, because a lot of people like to put their webcam up at the top corner, so it kind of obstructs like who's talking in team chat. So like her thing just took up the entire screen. Green bar is magic. And but she's sitting there like constantly doing like this, and is all like, "Oh my god, that's so I don't understand. Like they're like women are so bitches, so sluts. Like why do cam girls do that? Like they're just vexing for attention." Listen, there's nothing more insidious on the internet than watching other women bitch about other women on the internet. And they do it because they want the E points and the sympathy from other dudes on the internet. They want the white knights. they're doing the same thing as cam girls. They're just doing it from this like moral concern troll perspective, where they want to say that they're not like that other person, but they're totally pining for the same attention. No, you're right. This actually does work. Almost too well, actually. Except I think I'm almost out of arrows. Yeah. There we go. Green pendant is Oz, boys and girls. Really, controller? Really? You're gonna do that now? Oh, come on. Oh, there we go. I was afraid my computer was going to screw up there for a second. Right? What was I going to say? Yeah, I mean, like I know we've had this debate over the last like 3 or 4 years about like women in video games and a bunch of shit. And the thing is like my whole thing on it has always been like, who the fuck cares? Like, you like games, you play games, that's it. Like, there's no really. It's very black and white for me. I know there's gray area. I know there's people who, talk their social justicey crap, and that's fine. Like, you do what you want, but like I know plenty of people who just they play games and that's all they do and that's what they want to do and that's fine. I do question some of the intentions of some people on the internet because, especially when you're making money on it, it's easy to get into weird semantics, but 3 or 4 generations ago, I don't know which, I don't know how many generations ago, Order Knights protected the royalty of Hyla. The kings of Hyrule were also the guardians of pendants of courage. Unfortunately, most of them were destroyed in the Great War against the evil that took place when the 7 wise men created their seal. Hyrule, I see dealt to you. Believe in remaining the pendants and carry this with you. This is a treasure passed down the families of wise men. Pegasus shoes. Now you can execute a devastating dash attack. Oh yeah. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna execute it against you. Aw, damn. I will tell you one thing though, as far as watching girl gamers online. Please put my controller down. Please, when you buy glasses, this is important. When you buy glasses, please buy glasses where the lenses are a decent proportion to your eyes. Important. Decent proportion to your eyes. And they are not black rimmed. If you want to go bonus points, get some of those cute little like librarian type glasses. Totally my fetish. Public service announcement. Thank you. I know. I cannot like that. Is my number one pet peeve right now is that I cannot stand men or women who wear giant oversized glasses. Like I'm talking like those big like U-ish shaped glasses that don't have like the nose guards, like the black rim ones, and they cover like half your face. I'd have to find a picture of it, but it completely like I can't stand it because half the time I feel like it's people who don't even wear glasses and they buy those glasses on purpose because it's the hipster starter kit. And then the other half, the people who wear glasses that do that because they want to conform to the non-conformity of that persuasion. Um, Speaking of May glasses, I actually love Spooge love the glasses that they had her wear with her Lunar New Year outfit. And I seriously wish that they would just keep those glasses on her for all their styles. Just ditch the fucking black rim bullshit and have her wear those glasses. They're fucking sexy as shit. As shit. Great. Maybe not shit. I mean, shit's kind of sexy as shit, but you get what I'm saying. They're they're the creme de creme. Creme de la creme. Why can't I do anything again? Okay. My controller's frozen. Cessness. You are killing me softly. I wish the USB on my computer was not complete shit. Just saying. No response. Let me try changing ports. Okay. Let me try restarting this. There we go. Just had to restart the game. Alright. Let me find out something here real quick. Yeah, I'm actually about to probably end the stream here shortly because I need to find out if I'm going to be streaming some Overwatch tournament action here. Let me just check my stream team channel. Yeah, it looks like they might need... Actually, where's the bracket? Bracket Cloud. Bracketcloud.com. Looks like they've got 1, 2... Yeah, it looks like there's going to be at least 1, 2, 3, 4 matches. Not a lot of people sign up for these tournaments. Getting shit done. That's crazy talk, dude. That's crazy talk. But yeah, see you later. Host other streamers. As a matter of fact, I do. I have a auto host lineup that is set up. And it is fucking neat. If you go to quantumreplay.net and click on Twitch Auto Host, or Auto Host Lineup rather, you get this nice little, really super janky HTML schedule of the Twitch streamers that I auto host. It's roughly set up so that there's somebody auto hosted pretty much every day at most hours of the day. I have a couple of Australian and European people that I follow that conveniently stream during the overnight, so that kind of covers a few of those hours. But there are a variety of different streamers here, some small, a lot of big ones. I tried to make it so that the big streamers, the dudes who stream to like 10, 20,000 people, are at the bottom, so that Twitch priority or Twitch auto host priority is supposed to take the top people, but sometimes it doesn't. It's kind of weird, but I can manually change it if I need to. But there's a number of people here. So the short answer is yes, I do stream people. Okay. Let me just check in here and see. There's no activity in the 1v1 channel yet. Tagged me to a post.
Tag me to a post and call me daddy.
Oh, good. I like being shared to stupid threads about millennials. My mother is why I have to review Facebook tagging.
Just so you know.
Are you aware of Samsung? Alright. I mean, I'm only gonna end the stream if they're actually gonna freaking do streams for the 1v1s. They don't seem to be wanting to tell me if that is a thing or not. Thing is, there was like no advertising that went into it, so there's not even going to be probably that many people watching that. Not the same level of advertisement that went into the open tournament that I did a few weeks ago. I had like 100-something people watching that. You know, I'm just going to keep going until somebody tells me to do something. Because I don't really care that much right now. Alright. Worst case, maybe I'll switch to Overwatch. Even though it's just quick play nonsense right now. Did you see the stuff for the possible 24th hero that they released on Twitter? I went in and looked at the PTR changes. Our sub tournament person doesn't really do a lot of advertising. She kind of relies on Moon to do the advertising, and he's kind of doesn't really do much with that, so it's a very hastily put together tournament system that we've got going on. It's pretty awesome. It's a work in progress though, so you can't expect much. But yeah, speaking of the PTR, I got on there last night and took a look at the change that they made to let's see, I'm gonna go for that pendant down there. Took a look at the changes that they made to New Bonnie. That coincided with the Twitter thing there of the robots that got smashed up and the giant freaking well, yeah, if you don't pay attention to Twitter, then it probably... Let's see if I can find it. That was the tweet that I made yesterday with screenshots from the PTR changes. Basically, they're hyping up for probably the release of a 24th hero here pretty soon. The question is we're not sure who, because the speculation has been that it's going to be Doomfist, voiced by Terry Crews, because that's fucking badass. But it's like Doomfist has been part of the Overwatch like lore since the beginning, because they've new bodies always like the, if you ever noticed, the payload that you escort in New Bonnie is the Doomfist Gauntlet. The Doomfist Gauntlet being the thing from the first Overwatch, or the first or second Overwatch cinematic, the one where Winston and Tracer are fighting Widowmaker and Reaper, and those two little kids were involved. That, like you're escorting the payload, which is the Gauntlet, and you're escorting it to the museum, which is putting on like a Doomfist display. And the whole thing behind Doomfist is basically like it's a big power glove type thing. And then it's had like many different users, and supposedly like the big thing was that going to be like, oh, the successor is going to be like a new character. Well, then Jeff Kaplan came out on the forums a few days ago and said, oh, it's the 24th hero is not who you think. So then everybody was like, oh god, what the fuck does that mean? Blah blah blah. And then they released this tweet where I have to go down. They released this tweet with this like little 11-year-old girl named Efi that supposedly invented like robotics and AI. So of course there was all this speculation, is she going to be the new character? And people are like, no, she's probably not going to be the new character. But somebody found in the Sombra video that there was like in all those little icons and like her little hack screen, there was a little diamond, and it was connected to like a little spider icon and the Doomfist. And then that same diamond icon is also shows up on the. It also shows up in. Sorry, getting my train of thought here. It also shows up on the robots themselves. So like if you look in, not my pictures, but I think there's somebody else that has better pictures. They're, like the little diamond icon is on the robots themselves. So the theory is that they think she designed the peacekeeping robots, Omnics, that are used in New Bonnie. And she may have also created a like spider-like tank robot, which may also be used for probably defense purposes. And she may be connected to the Doomfist, to possibly either the creation of Doomfist, or she might have been involved. Like my theory is that she was involved with taking Doomfist, which was originally used by some evil dude, and rewiring it so that it's used for somebody good. So I think my current theory is that the 24th character is going to be the spider robot, because there was a post on 4chan about that. And she's going to be the one controlling it. So she'll be like Diva, except not actually in the robot. She'll be like controlling the robot from the spawn or something like that, or from the outside. And I think Doomfist will still be a character, but I think he'll be possibly the 25th character, or maybe not even actually become a character at all. Maybe he'll just be like part of the lore or something. But then they released that that thing with the robot smashed into the wall, and it's just like it's hard for me to believe that that's anything other than Doomfist. So I don't know. It's gonna be super interesting though. I just hope that they don't like kind of draw it out to be. I just kind of hope they don't draw it out to be like a big affair like it was with the Sombra release, because the Sombra ARG was just it was so so garbage. I forget what the trick to this one is. I'm not sure. The speculation is that the character might get released on the PTR on Tuesday when Season 4 starts. I think if they probably release the new character, though. See, I don't know about Tuesday. They've never really been known to, like, kind of stack multiple events on top of each other that often. I mean, as I recall, the Halloween event came out long before Sombra did, because Sombra was released at BlizzCon. They like to release stuff during, like, major events. And I think they confirmed that they're not going to be at PAX East. So I don't think they're going to release anything during PAX East. But I think if they're going to release a new character, it's probably going to be like Anna's release. They're probably going to drop the new character on the PTR. They'll play her on the PTR for like a week or so, and then they'll probably release it onto live. I think that's what they did with Sombra, if I recall. So, but I don't know. Let me see what I have to do here. Oh, I need the Book of Medora. Uh-huh. Alright. I gotta go get the Book of Medora. Let me see what this cave is, though. Great. He told me what I already needed to know. There's that library. So that's the thing. I've always liked the 16-bit Zelda. One of these days, I will actually commit myself to playing like all the Zelda games and play the 3D ones. Nope, I'm in the wrong place. Where's that? It's up there. There it is. Come here, book. Book of Medora. You can now read the ancient language because, you know, that's how ancient languages work. Yeah, looks like they're starting 1v1s. But there's no... See, the thing is, the dude's always like, we need to get some people to do... Like, he's always adding the stream team, being like, we need some people to cover these. I'm like, yeah, but... I mean... I've said that I could do it for, like, weeks now, but then, like, nobody really says anything afterwards. It's just sort of like... Oh. Ah! Oh, do you have like a Fire or Chromecast? Or PlayStation or whatever device that has Twitch on it? That's how I watch all my streams. I have my Fire TV hooked up downstairs. Oh, Roku, that's right. Roku does that too. Get away! Fucking bee. No, it's not disorganized. It's just he's not like we were pretty well organized when we did the sub tournament there a few weeks ago, because we had like teams of everybody who was casting, teams of who was streaming. Like, we took care of stuff there. I don't think there's enough emphasis being placed on the 1v1 and 3v3 tournaments as opposed to like the bigger ones, the actual team. And the thing is like I don't think there's probably a lot of people who wants to there's not a lot of people who want to watch it anyway, so like, I don't know. It's an amateur tournament system. It's like it's an amateur it's pretty much just for people who, well, it is for people who subscribe to the Twitch user Moon Moon. So it's just like it's not really like a formal tournament thing. It's just sort of an informal thing. So, all the casting and streaming is fairly informal as well. I think they're trying to get it to a point though where they can like do some interesting things with it. I think it's just not gotten to that point yet. Yeah, usually the Twitch apps that are on mobile and devices have like another delay that's built into my delay. I have a 10-second delay on this stream, so ideally everything is 10, like from when I say now, in 10 seconds you'll hear me say now. To open the way to go forward, make your wish here and it will be granted. Don't you Father, Son, and Holy Ghost me, you elf kid. Yeah, they're working on that part. Like I said, that it being like an amateur fan tournament, they're still trying to kind of work out the way to do like the advertising and getting people in and whatnot. Because there's only so many people who are in the tournament to begin with, so not my decisions to make. I'm not one of the admins or anything. I'm just one of the people who volunteered to do streaming and casting. So as far as I'm concerned, if they want me to stream or cast some games... Oh shit, that is a laser. Holy fuck. He's in charge of my laser. Yeah, so as far as I'm concerned, if they want me to do something, they can fucking message me and say, hey, can you do this? Like, I'm not going to stop what I'm doing to... You got the map. Press X. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. You must never fail to find all the treasures in each dungeon. Thanks for the vote of confidence, Chief. Take him away, toys. What, Chief? What the boy said. It's locked. I need a big key. Well... I'll find one of those. Ah. Get bent. I got a compass. Wow. Wow. Wowie zowie. And predictably, the boss is on the second floor in the last room. Ain't that special. Oh shit. Here's my big key. Pyro signs up for any tournament and then doesn't show. That sucks. I think Saturdays are probably a pretty tricky day to do. Like, Saturday afternoons are probably a pretty tricky thing to do these sorts of things on, because I mean, even when I was thinking about like how I should plan this Saturday morning segment, I was like, well, should I start early in the morning? Like, start like 8 or 9 or 10, and then I'm thinking, I'm not going to get my ass out of bed that fucking early. Shit, I can barely get my ass out of bed before 8 normal days. You got the power glove. You got the power. You can feel the strength in both of your hands. You can pick up and carry stones now. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, boy. Aren't I lucky what? I is confused. Oh. Where am I going? Guess I have to go down. But yeah, when I was trying to plan out like what time to do this, I was like, well, I'm not gonna probably be awake before 9. And then I usually need at least like an hour-ish or so to get my dog squared away and any extra things that need to be done So I aimed at 11 o'clock this morning, and I think like 11 to like 1ish would probably be a decent chunk of time, like a 1 or 2ish, like like a 2.5, 3 hour stream, something like that. Maybe do 10 o'clock. I'm not sure. That'll. That takes me out. We'll play with the times though, but. Oh. Cannons. Um. Do I have to light these in some sort of order? Oh, piece of the heart. That room just has fairies in it. I don't think I care that much. So how do you get to the next floor? Oh. Back entrance. So you actually go outside. see. Um, oh, right, because now you have the power glove. Yeah. Ow. Ow. Push the middle block to the right. Down to open the door. Be a scrub and save state. Ow, especially because of that. God damn. Okay. These fucking beams are... Just gotta skip that part. Yeah, it was probably easier just to... get out of that room. That's how we save Scrum here. No bombs left. I keep getting hit by these rocks. Two. See if I can get the last one. Oh shit. Got it. Got him. Woo. Alright. I'm going to get some food. And then I'll see what I want to do with the rest of my day. Might be back on streaming, might do something else. Not sure. So. I should probably record more Bioshock, but we'll see how I feel like tackling that. You two probably need to go outside as well. Alright. I will see y'all later. Have fun.